Hello everyone out there, I am Wintergrave and today I am doing a tutorial. Yes, you heard it correctly, this is a tutorial on how to make tutorials actually. Lately I have seen a couple of videos out there doing some tutorials, kinda googly, and between among others of course. And I just thought that I would just explain a few of the basics, just a few of the basics that will help you into getting a better game, a better demonstration I could say, and that is specifically in how to prepare your scenario for your tutorial. I'm going to start and try to explain why these settings are useful. It's just a few settings, 4 or 5 of them at least. So I'm going to start a single player. I have some of my worlds here and I'm going to create a new world that I'm going to create the tutorial, and I'm going to set it to creative because it is very helpful that you can be in creative mode when doing a tutorial. Now we're going to go to more world options and we're going to select the super flat. Most of the people just leave the super flat and start the world. But let's do a little customization here so you can have a perfect world for your tutorials. So let's go to the customize button and you're going to see this. This is the terrain that generates very low. So I'm going to go to the presets and I will select overworld. This is very useful. The thing is that if you leave it like this, overworld, you will have a lot of lakes, grass, animals, and it may not be the perfect world for your tutorial. So let's delete everything from here and we are just going to leave the villages. This is optional, so I removed everything until the word village. I don't know if you can see that here. You can leave this or delete this as you like. I like to leave the villages because I have some structures that will break the flatness of the world that we're going to generate, and I'm going to select use presets. As I said before, you can choose to leave or remove villages. Now what we have here is 1 layer of bedrock at the bottom, 59 layers of stone, and then 3 layers of dirt and 1 layers of grass. We can change this if you like. If we go to the preset again, you can see the word grass somewhere here. I don't know if this is visible enough, but the word grass is right here. You can change this with sandstone, sand, dirt, whatever you would like. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it like that in grass. And the reason for having this setup is to avoid getting all those annoying slimes. Even we can remove that later, but this default will prevent that and will generate a nice world with a lot of levels. Not just the slimes. The slimes can be easily taken off, but you can dig in case you want to build contraptions underground or something. So it is nice to have more levels of blocks for you on your tutorial. So I'm going to click done, and at this moment we can create our new world. Now I have 4 useful settings that I'm going to use. The first one, as soon as we spawn, sometimes there's a village close, sometimes it's a little further. I don't really mind about that right now, but there are villages on this world. So I'm going to type in a command that is a game rule. Game rule, do daylight cycle. I just press tab and it auto completes. Do daylight cycle false. That will set eternal day or eternal night in case you wanted night. You just I will change that later. But since the game rule now it is the daylight cycle is false, the sun or the moon are not going to move. They will stay there and will help you. If you have a long tutorials to do, you're never gonna get night or day are never going to switch. So you can perfectly be like that. And another game rule that is useful in case you don't want anything bothering you is do mob spawn. Oh no, it's not game mode. Game rule. Do mob spawning false. as soon as I type the mob spawning false, non-passive or okay, those may have been already here. I'm just going to go a little further to demonstrate that. Yeah, no mobs are going to spawn. Is this a glitch? The mob spawning false. Villages will spawn though, but passive and aggressive mobs shouldn't spawn. If we get more chicken spawning, I could say that's a bug, because yeah, no mobs should spawn. Those ones were there since I created the world. So I'm just flying around and we won't see any chicken, pig, and in case it is dark, no zombie skeletons, nothing will spawn. Villagers will, because they are not, they are generated with villagers. So they are not like mobs that spawn, or maybe, yeah, they are spawning. So yeah, villages will be here, but nothing else. No horses, no cows, nothing. That will be really helpful. And another thing, in a little moment after you have started doing your tutorials, 100% chance you're going to have rain or thunder or something. So what I have seen people usually doing is typing the toggle downfall command. That is the most known command out there, toggle downfall. That will stop the rain or maybe start it. Yeah, if I type it, it's going to start it. But if you do something like weather clear, it will stop the rain. The problem with this is that a few minutes later it will start to rain again, and you will be having to be typing weather clear every time. So to avoid that, type weather clear 20,000 or something high. That way you're going to set the weather clear for 20,000 ticks or 20 or 200,000 ticks, the amount you type there, and you're not going to be bothered by rain in long time. So that is really helpful. And if you are doing tutorials with command blocks and getting lots of spam in your chat about all the comments that you're getting, there's a very useful game rule that is called command block output. Yeah, game rule command block output false. That way, if we set, for example, let me just give me a command block. Command block. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to set this command block to repeatedly set the weather clear. Weather clear, like that. And I'm going to set it to repeat, unconditional, and always active. So I'm not getting any output. But what if I set the command block output to true? That is the default. I'm just going to get my chat spammed with this, a lot of this. And if I say something, hey, it's just going to go up because there's a lot of spam. If I set the game rule command output to false, I get nothing. It stops. So that's it. Those are the 4 useful commands I always set, and the super flat setup I always do, because you know you can dig and you won't find any bedrock until you get lower enough, and that is very useful if you want to do something. I use a lot this because every time I debug my mods, when I'm coding a mod, I create worlds like this one you see here to test my things I'm building and all that, and it's really useful. So that I just wanted to share that piece of knowledge with you in case you don't know it. You may have already know all of this, and that is great if you do, but if you can use this to your advantage, just get the knowledge out there. So I'll see you later on next delivery of this kind. Thank you for watching. May you all be well.